I've been making music on Linux for the past couple years, but sadly, I'm still very dependent on my Windows plugins. I have to use compatibility layers, which are a nightmare to set up. So unstable and full of bugs too. Well, no more. For 1 week, I threw all of my Windows plugins in the trash! No Contact, no Ozone, no Valhalla Room, no, Delay Llama. Just nothing but pure Linux native bliss. Well, I suppose it's not all entirely in the spirit of Linux, since I'm still using some proprietary software, but whatever. Will I survive the 7-day Linux VST challenge? Well, clearly I did, since I'm still here. And I also live streamed everything, but to save you some time so you don't have to watch those, I'll just show you some of the highlights. But if you're impatient and just want to hear the finished music, you can find the links somewhere up here, down here. Yeah, but that's less fun. It's all about the journey, right? Okay, and without further ado, on with the show. Okay, well, I guess this is real now. This is happening. Right, well, I have not actually deleted my Windows plugins quite yet. I wanted to get this for the record so that it is known that I'm not cheating. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, now I just have to figure out what to make. Oh yeah, and like none of my projects are gonna work anymore because of that. Like if I try to open any of these, it's just not gonna work. Although I actually don't think this is gonna be that hard because I already was using a lot of Linux native plugins because they tend to work better anyway. Like Vital, I use Vital like all the time. I can't really force myself to write music, so this was a bad idea. That's okay. I'll think of something eventually. I found this sick delay plugin called Qdelay because I was like, I use delay all the time, and that's Windows only. And this isn't as good, but it's very good. That's a start. And yeah, Reaper has built-in plugins, has plenty. I need to start writing something and stop stalling. I actually haven't really written music a lot lately, so this will be fun. You know what? Actually, I'm good with that. Now it's finally time to add something else. Oh yeah, it took me forever to find a good drum sampler. Someone made a script for Reaper that just has that. I could use Tal Drum, but I don't want to pay for it. That's fine for now. And I have this drum mode, so I get nice drum notes. I did find a nice compressor, LSP sidechain compressor stereo. Yeah, it works. I'm really used to using Kickstart. There's a Tal filter. I could do that instead. This kind of does the same thing. Actually, I think I prefer this. Can I do anything to make the kick better? What is this? Is that an instrument? You know, I don't know. I'm not gonna try to figure that out. What the heck is that? What in the world? Let's see here. You know, this might not even be necessary, to be honest. I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone for right now. Let me add a new part. That's better. I do really like Dragonfly reverb. I don't want something super huge though. Okay, well, I mean, I kind of want to put a bass part at the very least. I love doing this sometimes. Anyway, no. I'm like not labeling any of my tracks. Should probably also be coloring them. That's a lot nicer. I could make a more interesting bass line, but like this is so busy already. I don't know what else to do. Maybe what I can do is make it sound more interesting instead of just being like a simple sub bass. Maybe I could do something else. Maybe if I also put... A lot of times I will usually use M Saturator, but this is forcing me to use this because I like don't use it enough and I really like it. Okay, you know, I might not even finish this one, or well, I might not finish anything from this challenge. It's just kind of an experiment. I want to finish one thing, but I'm gonna have to sleep on this one. Okay, I'm gonna try something else. Ah, now it crashes. At least I saved. Let me see here. I gotta do something with that. That is something from a SNES game. Going through this. Also, very underrated plugin. Like, this This should be in your arsenal. It's really good. I keep forgetting to use it. And this JSFX plugin, which is sick. I'm gonna be extra and I'm gonna put, right, what's it called, Dragonfly? Even though I probably don't need this. Kind of just makes it darker, which makes sense. And also, this is a free sound font, Salamander Grand Piano. This is accurate Salamander Grand Piano, version 6.2. I'm running out of steam. Like, I know I literally just started this, but I honestly, it's hard for me to focus on something for longer than an hour, and it's been an hour and a half, so my brain is like dying. You know, I kind of want to use something other than RS5K. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm actually gonna replace my FX chain with this. Oh, did it crash? Yes, it did. I love Renoise Redux. Crashes all the time. It's super cool. Yeah, it's just like not working now. That's, there we go. Did it like, it deleted my, okay. See, I can't even blame Linux for that. It crashed again. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should get Tau Sampler. Okay. I just need to never touch it. Okay, I don't even really know what to do with this. You know what? I'm gonna keep doing this later. Okay, well, this was a semi-successful start, but I honestly am not super confident in the thing that I was making before. I mean, now that it's been a little bit of time. No, like that bass is just too much. I don't like the bass. I don't like the bass, and I don't know what else to do with it. Okay, you know what? No, I need to come back to it with a fresh set of ears. It crashed again. Which, you know, the whole reason that I was trying this was to hopefully have better stability. So I guess that I did not achieve that goal. Okay, well, I guess I will resume this at another time. So I did touch it up a little bit after the stream, but I think I am probably just gonna scrap it and do something else because I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. It's not horrible, I'm not really feeling that one. Let's see what else I can do here. You know what? Why don't I start with Dext? Why don't I be fun and do something other than Vital? Because, like, even though this is my other go-to, I kind of just want to do it anyway. Yeah, the whole point of this was to go outside of my comfort zone, but I think this is just proof that, like, there's so many good tools available already that, like, this is not necessarily that much of a challenge. Anyway, yeah, I'm a fake producer. I just use presets. I don't know. I'm not gonna figure this out. Look at this. I'm sure I could figure it out, but it's just, I don't know. It's too confusing. And look at how many, like, each of these folders has, like, so many things, and this is just one of the folders in here. Like, there's so much stuff in here. Like, there's literally, like, so many presets. Oh, that's empty. That's funny. Yeah, but there's a lot. I haven't really looked through all of them. There's too many. It's like choice paralysis. I mean, I could go to the original Yamaha. Yeah, that's classic. I could do something microtonal. Maybe I should. You know what? It might actually inspire me a little bit. So, yeah, sure. I'll try it. Always sounds kind of goofy. Okay. Oh, okay. Nope, I know a good, what is that called? Perpetual motor. Yeah, that sort of thing. 7/8 time. I'm just gonna write it in because I'm too lazy to play it. This is definitely not the fastest way to do this, but it's a way to do it. I think that works. Finally. That took forever. I can probably do something with that. You know what? I'm in an FM mood today. Instantly putting this. This is kind of an intro. It'll get more hype later. I'm already coming up with ideas for this now. I feel a lot better about this one. It's certainly unique. I was worried about it sounding generic. I don't think it does now. I'm thinking like some kind of bit crushed strings or pads or something. Something like that. I don't think I've tried the LSP phaser. And I'm assuming there's no presets because there's never any. Oh no, there are some presets. That's cool. There's quite a few. Okay. That's a little bit too much feedback. Where is it? I have never used this plugin before. Is it depth? Yeah. Sorry about the zoom, it's just small. And then an EQ. It would be epic if I did that first. I'll have to just hear it in context. Right, so something other than Dex for once. I already converted these Rex2 files so that I could use them, because you can't use Rex2 with Linux normally, but there is a script someone made to convert them to work with this. Thankfully, LSP made basically just OTT. Oh god, that sounds horrendous. Watch as I ruin this, and then try to fix it later, because that's how I work. Jesus. Oh, that's a little overdone. I'm getting kind of tired, this is late for me. Let me just add a kick, and then I'll probably call it. Oh yeah, there you go. And this is why you don't mix with a limiter on your master all the time, kids. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, that's, I think, all the energy I have for today. Right, so I did make a couple little changes to this off stream. Didn't realize that this has MIDI triggering, so I figured that out. And I think it sounds better, personally. Or at least I'm more used to working with that because this is like very similar to Kickstart too. Yeah, if you wanted a free alternative to Kickstart, try this. I also changed the distortion a little bit. So the next thing I'm gonna do is make like an intro, which I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm just gonna figure it out. I think I have ideas. Something like that. I swear I literally like made this exact same thing before. Yeah, okay. I think I have it as a preset too. That's really funny, I just literally made the same thing again. Maybe I can do something else then. Something like that. I don't know if that's entirely necessary. Maybe I wasted my time doing that for the last like 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah, that's... well, maybe I can salvage something from it. Okay, at this last part, I kind of forgot to talk, so I'm just gonna narrate. So I added this riser at the end of the intro part for the transition. Then I put this low-pass filter sweep on the master channel. I added a new drum pattern for the intro section that's a little bit more chill. During the riser, I put a high-pass filter sweep and a reverb in the master channel, and it kind of sounds like the plugin Endless Smile. If you've ever heard that, that's kind of what I was going for. I also added this bell part. I'm not going to bore you too much with how I made it, but TLDR, it's a Dext patch, and I added compressor, delay, reverb, bit crusher, yeah. Finally, I made the lead part slowly gain velocity over time. I did this with a Reaper script called the multi-tool. You need to be using this if you're using Reaper. It's actually so useful. Oh, and I had to edit the vital patch to actually make the velocity do something. All right, you know, I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna work on this more tomorrow. Time to continue this again, finally. Turns out I'm a really busy guy and streaming for 7 days in a row was not really possible. That's an interesting noise. Do I just want to leave it like that? I gotta hear this in context. That's probably sufficient. That is so much reverb. Never really used this plugin, so... I have like an idea to do like gated chords. I'm gonna do it, probably with text. Again, I'm in an FM mood. I don't know how else to explain it. Crods? Huh? I could keep that, but I'm not keeping that. I'm fixing it. Cool. 3rd time's charm, okay. Like, that's a pretty good blank slate to work with. I want to, like, do some stuff to it. I see. It actually divides it into, like, the time signature of the song. That's kind of cool, but that's not really what I wanted. But, I mean, I can make that work. I don't know how to use this plugin. I had, like, an idea. I had a specific idea, and now I, like, can't do it. If I had YA bridges, like, I know a perfect plugin that's, like, in the kilohertz plugins that would be great for this. I can't use it because of this challenge, but it works so well. Like, I miss it so much. I need to try to make this work. Or I can just not do this, but I want to see if I can do it. How do I even... like, I can't snap it to the grid, which really bothers me. Is there even a way to do that, or do I just have to guess? I don't see options anywhere. How do I snap to grid? Okay, Firefox, help me. I mean, the grid is there. I want it to be exactly on the grid, and I can't do it. What is this? I found a thing. Hold on a second. Gate 12. It has a Linux version. It has a Linux version. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to try this. Is it on? I mean, obviously I can install it from here, but I need to see if it's on the AUR. Nope. Okay. Well, this should be easy enough. Hopefully this works. Okay. Let's try that. And that's open source, not proprietary like Tau Filter. This is awesome. How have I never heard of this plugin? Wait, what is this? Oh, what? Oh, and you can make more than one of the... Dude, this is awesome. If this is what you were using like Grossbeat for or whatever, this is a free and open source alternative that works on Linux. I mean, it's not like a retimer. I still haven't found a Linux native alternative to that, or like mRhythmizer. But this is great. This is awesome. If it works well, we'll see. We'll see. That's literally exactly what I wanted. It's just a simple thing. It's such a simple rhythm. That's all I wanted. Okay. Why don't I try, I just wanted to have a little bit more space. I definitely want like a more of a 4 on the floor sort of thing happening here. Jesus. This is bad. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll be fine. Okay, I need to add like an actual snare drum to the drum rack because... Well, I don't like how distorted it is because it loses all the transients, and the compression is also not helping. That is so much better. That's so much better. Oh my god. That one, I might make a different one. This might be a stupid idea, but I want to try it anyway. Should I add reverb to this? Is that a bad idea? Like with a really stupidly long decay. Wow, those drums are so much better. It's so much better. I need to actually do a better job of mixing this. I'm a fraud. I don't know what I'm doing. This is a risk I was taking by live streaming all of my music production. Okay, well, that's, I think, where I'm gonna call it for right now. I fixed the drums, made them so much better, and I started this thing. Yeah, that's quite a bit for an hour. Oh yeah, and that, but yeah. See, look how fast Reaper renders. Oh my god. I like that now it shows you when stuff's clipping, but it does make me feel like maybe I'm doing a bad job of mixing this. I will try to stream tomorrow. I might. I don't know if I'll have the energy to. I gave myself 7 days because I wanted it to be for a week straight. I couldn't do that, so okay, I'm gonna stop streaming. Okay, looks like we're live. The only thing I changed before the stream was changing this percussion here. I made the kicks a little quieter, because I want more contrast with this part with it being louder. And I added a cymbal at the beginning. Okay, the main thing I want to do right now is add some arpeggios. I was testing off stream and I figured out a good way to do that, right? So that, and I'm gonna do random, sample and hold, not quite all the way. Then yeah, that seems good. I'm gonna do down one voice, make a glide. Not like that, not like that. Okay. That works, I think. I might need to do like, yeah, offset. I don't know why. That seems to have fixed it. That's very strange. Okay, well, this is why I wish FL Studio had that. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah, these are delicious. This is great. You know what else is crazy that I could do? This is a really stupid idea, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to use a different plugin. I want to try to make this sound better. I feel like I can do it. It's going to be a challenge. That's actually not bad. That reverb is a little too much. I had a feeling it would be. I think it's just like too long of a tail. I think that works. I need to come up with a melody for it, and I'm not sure if I have the energy to do that right now. I haven't even been streaming for 40 minutes, but I might end soon. I'm gonna figure out this outro, sort of. But that's not at all what I wanted. I want it to roll. Maybe I should record it. I promise this is difficult because of the tuning. I can't really reach farther than that. Sure, that works. I'm gonna stick with that for now. I want to add a melody here, but I think I do not have any more energy at the moment. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with what I have so far. I have to think about what to do. Jesus. That's a lot of red. Yeah, it needs some tweaks, but it's getting there. It's getting there. But I think I'm gonna call it. Alright, so I found some plugins while I was out of town. I put them on my laptop and now I am sending them over, so that is taking some time while I wait. I forgot I should probably rein this in a little bit. Also, when I was listening on other things, it was harder to hear this than I wanted. Like on my headphones, it's fine, but... Did it crash? I'm having a Reaper Linux moment. Yeah, okay, it crashed. Or, well, it didn't crash, it froze. That's the difference. Anyway, this is why I save a lot. Okay. I'm just gonna make a little saw lead. Legato, always glide. Maybe not always glide. Okay, now what else do I want to do with that? I should probably write the part first. I don't know what to... I don't even know where to start. Maybe I will just crank the hell out of it right now, but it's probably a bad idea. I want to do a vibrato. I think I need to do that and also... Oh, right, it's really slow. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Oh, this is getting completely buried. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, the gated chords need to chill out a little. I can do that. I need to consider whether sidechain is something I even want, because it might not be. Did it crash again? It crashed again. At least Vital should be running as a separate process, so it shouldn't crash the whole thing. No, did it crash all of it? Like, this is one of the reasons I wanted to try this, is because I wanted to see if, like, some Linux native plugins would be more stable. Obviously not. I still get crashes all the time, mostly because of Vital and Redux. Okay, well, there goes my sidechain. Whatever, it didn't take long. Save. Yeah, okay. It's only, like, if I'm playing it, if I'm listening back to it, which I do a lot, so maybe I should just stop doing that when I try to open a plugin? That's a new habit I have to learn, I suppose. It's like clipping way too much. Oh, you know what? You know what? There. That solves everything. Okay, I'm procrastinating. I gotta actually finish writing this part out. This is like not good now that I'm listening to it again. I don't know. I'll worry about it later. I really wish that you could change it to just listen to like the first or like the bottom note, because it doesn't give me a good idea. And well, when I'm using this tuning system, it's not really... There we go. I don't know. There might be a thing you can change in Reaper to do that. That does not work. I don't know. My brain is dying. Maybe it'll be okay. What is it doing? I think my ears have had enough of that part for right now. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm probably just gonna call it with this at least, but I want to start a different one. You know, I might just do it tomorrow when I have a little bit more energy. Just one more thing I want to fix. I think I am just gonna leave it there. Let's see how much red there is this time. Yeah, I'm a professional. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this needs some touching up. If I was gonna actually, like, release this, like, to more than just a little YouTube video, I would probably do a better job. But, you know, I think it's good enough. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. I think if I actually locked in, I could finish albums instead of having, like, 4 that have been work in progress for years. I think that's one of the bigger takeaways from this, actually. Wait, I muted that. Oh my god, I muted an entire track and I exported it. Okay, I have to export it again. Well, once my streams are up, I will upload this. Well, I might touch it up a little bit, but I'm basically just gonna leave it like this. But I do plan to make a second song, a really short, like, ambient piece, but I'm gonna call it for now. Alright, it's the finale. There's gonna be one song in the stream. I'm gonna do the whole thing, I think. I really hope. But I do want to show, for the record, what I've changed. There are some changes. Not a lot. I think I changed the way I was doing the mastering a little bit. Added a soft clipper. I think I fixed a sour note. Where was it? Near the end here, I think I moved this down or something. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I also added a new drum. That's like kind of important. This clap. I can't even preview it. What the frick? Okay, well. Yeah, it's that one. I added that to layer with Adds a little bit of sauce to this part. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with that, considering that I made it in like probably, I think with the streams and a little bit out of stream, it was like maybe 6, I'm not gonna say it, 6+ hours, less than 8. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now, I wanna do something ambient just cause I wanna try some other stuff. I did start this right before the stream, so let's take a quick listen to what I have. Now I have to figure out where the hell to go from here. That's what I'm gonna do now. I'll probably do something else too, but I need to... I did the wrong thing. That's fine. I'll fix it. You know what I think I'm gonna do? Group those, move that over there. I'm gonna make that an intro. Loop it here. I'm gonna do like a low pass filter sweep on the master. This might end up being like longer than I anticipated. That's okay. I kind of want it to be really long. I do want to start there. Oh yeah, it's gonna crash. That's correct. That is correct.
Hell no, man. What the?
That's freaking great. Ugh. It's really funny how reloading the project fixes it though. Except it's not funny because it deletes my entire freaking preset. Why? Why does it do that? Why? Please tell me it's not just gone forever. Oh my god, why does it do this? Ah! That's really, really aggravating. Okay, hold on. How am I supposed to use this plugin with... I love Redux, but what is happening? I'm about to just buy f***ing Tau Sampler. I don't care. This is so annoying. Ugh. Okay, I need to change the decay to make it like much longer. Okay. Okay, well now if it crashes, I will have it. At least it doesn't take long to make that. That's just like... Oh boy. How much is Tau Sampler? $60? That's like around the price of Redux. I should have just gotten this instead. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, Redux is so cool. I want to love it. It just keeps crashing. I am using Wayland, and this is using X Wayland, I believe, so and I can test that theory. Yes, it is. So it being Wayland on KDE Plasma, I guess could be causing issues. I guess. I mean, most things are rock solid. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to deal with it right now. It's fine. I'm just going to leave it alone. I want to make like fake birds in Vital. I can do that, right? Where to start? There's like got to be a way to do that. This is probably going to sound really stupid. That is not at all what I wanted. What is that? It's really goofy. No, it needs to be a lot slower. It sounds like R2-D2. That's actually kind of cool. I kind of like it. No, but like it goes a little too fast. That has the potential to be really annoying, but I think I can make it less annoying. I've never done this kind of thing before, but it's kind of interesting, sort of. Me when I'm murdering birds. Anyway, maybe stereo can be like randomized. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's not how that works. Yeah, so I can't, wait, I'm so stupid. It's pan. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, that's how that works. What if let's see here. I don't feel like doing it in 2 separate operators because that means I have to set this up again. I'm just not gonna do that then. I want to do like a MIDI send so I only have to do the MIDI on one thing, but like that's stupid because there's just gonna be one big long note, so who cares? Let's see how annoying this is. It doesn't work very well with that reverb. I'm just gonna do its own thing. How is this free? How is this plugin free? I don't understand. It sounds so good. That actually turned out so much better than I thought. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'm only gonna make it that long. I'm going to repeat this one more time, and I'm going to have other stuff happen, and then I will be done. This is the scale that I wanted for this, so I'm happy with that. Oh, and I have to save this as a preset. The main thing I want to add is like a sub bass and strings. So let's start with the sub bass because that's easy. You know what? Everyone's telling me to use Surge. I'm going to go outside my comfort zone and I'm going to use Surge XT. Everybody's telling me to use this. So sure. I know there are skins. I'm making it dark. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's kick-ass. I mean, I love this plugin. Yeah, it looks great. I want to try it here. Let's see here. I just want to make a simple sub bass. The only reason I'm only using this for something so simple is because I don't know how it works. I'm sure it's good. Okay. I am so used to Vital. I feel completely lost. I just want ADSR. I mean, I know there's that here. This is filter, amp. Oh, amp. Right, the amplitude. Oh, wow, I figured it out. I'm so smart. There's so much here. Like, there's so much functionality here that I just don't understand. I feel really bad, like, not actually showcasing this properly. I gotta learn how this works. And there are presets. I know there are presets for Surge. I gotta see if I can find, like, a big thing of them. Like, there's obviously the Vital presets made by Tankla. Like, there's so many of those. But Surge? I haven't really looked. And I do know that they have the effects as a separate thing, right? Yeah, Surge XT effects. That is a nice touch. Maybe I should have that earlier and just like make it quieter. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, there's definitely a way to make this only one voice at a time that you can, yeah, hold on. Polyphony limit, yeah, here it is. What does this first number mean? I can only do 2? I can't do 1? Okay. Input can't be larger than 64. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I am going to also duplicate this piano with something else, and I'm going to do cool stuff to it. I will figure something out. Honestly, I like that. This is really pretty. I'm really enjoying how this is coming together. I'm gonna humanize this, mess with the timing a little. Okay, so I am gonna send it to this reverb. Let's see what we got here. I'm really good at breaking things. Anyway, what even does this sound like? It's literally just like a big cluster of notes. That's what I thought it was. I just wanted to check. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. I should do it. Okay, nice. That is nice. I'm going to render that out. I have no idea what to call it. I'll name it later. It was a fun, hour and a half. All right, this was an interesting challenge. I will give my further thoughts on it in the video, but so far I am feeling good. Am I gonna keep doing this? I can tell you right now, no. I am bringing back my Windows plugins basically immediately. Yeah, this is me giving up right now. But it's okay. It was still fun. All right, well, it is my bedtime and I have work tomorrow, so I am gonna call it. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm filming this a couple months after I finished those live streams. I already finished a rough cut of the edit, and this video is set to release soon. Having watched through those streams again for the edit, and also having the time to reflect for these past couple months, has given me some new thoughts that I'd like to share. Like I already said in the video, my primary goal here was to see if this would help my music production on Linux to be more stable. Clearly that was not the case, but I was successful at finding a whole bunch of new plugins that I wouldn't have found otherwise. That delay plugin, as well as those volume and time automation plugins, which were all made by the same developer by by the way, have definitely replaced the Windows plugins that I was using before for those purposes. And I also fell in love with Dragonfly Reverb, and I think that will probably be my new reverb of choice from now on. Honestly, I do just like using native Linux plugins whenever possible, since it makes opening my projects a lot faster. But even more than that, I just think these plugins are really well made and they sound great. And these ones that I mentioned also just so happen to be free and open source, which is super cool. I'll try my best to compile a list of great plugins and throw them in the description so that you can hopefully find some new ones. And if you're still using Windows or Mac, don't count these out. A lot of them are still cross-compatible, so it's probably still worth taking a look at. There is also Reddit. As much as I hate Reddit, you will find a lot more plugin suggestions on there and a ton of other resources as well. The Linux audio subreddit was instrumental in helping me find a lot of what I use for this video, and I'm sure I missed some big ones too. So yeah, thanks Reddit. Thanks for nothing. So, how was my overall experience with this challenge? I know I got a bit heated at times with things crashing.
Oh my god, why does it do this?
Maybe it didn't come through in the video, but this was a ton of fun for me. I mean, it gave me an excuse to finally write music again after months of inactivity, and I learned about so many new plugins that I wouldn't have even tried to look for otherwise. And even though I did end up crawling back to my Kilohearts and Melda plugins, overall, I would still say that this has been a success. If you are trying to switch to Linux, I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully this can give you some motivation that you might need to make the jump, but either way, stay tuned as I'm also working on a video about my entire production workflow. Not just music, but also video editing, photo editing, and even more. I'm never gonna claim to be an expert on any of this stuff, but I just hope that sharing my experience can still be helpful for some people regardless. Finally, thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. I put a lot of effort into this. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to show your appreciation in whatever way you see fit, and I will see you all later. Bye.